What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk, the season finale. Before we go on to our summer hiatus and take a little break, I'm Toy Father. With me, as always, I got Clintastic 4. How you doing, bud?
Doing good.
You're cute, cool as a cucumber.
I'm always cool as a cucumber. Now I just look like it.
We got Unworthy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, Chris.
It's good to see you. And then, how do I do this? We got Danny Toy Addict. How you doing, bud?
Doing well, buddy. How you doing?
It's good to see you.
You as well.
Well, we all got a bunch of things going on. We're all dealing with some heat right now. How are you all doing?
Good.
Very sweaty. It was very hot. From what I heard, you guys got it light today.
Yeah.
It was mid-90s.
Oh, jeez. We're going to get that tomorrow.
Quite sticky.
Quite sticky.
Yeah.
Danny, tell me what you're really you were telling me about this in the background. What are you looking forward to right now?
So I'm currently watching Raw right here on my phone, and supposedly tonight it's supposed to be Uncle Howdy's debut with the Wyatt Six. And people who don't watch it, that's Bray Wyatt's brother. I was a big Bray Wyatt the Fiend fan. That was the only reason I was watching wrestling. He passed away, unfortunately, so I kind of just felt like, hey, I'm just gonna start following one person. So currently, right now, I'm following Cody. But if he debuts tonight, then Cody's gonna have to drop that spot because I gotta stick with my boy's legacy because the Fiend was like one of the best. Bray Wyatt overall was one of the best. Like, he has a great imagination, and the shit he did was just amazing. So I'm pumped for it. Hopefully, let's see what happens.
I think that's pretty cool that his brother's going to take over.
I mean, yeah, I think it's I just hope they whatever. I just hope they bring back a lot of like the original. I mean, minus one because he's gone too, but like they bring a lot of like the original Wyatt family folks back. So it'll be entertaining. So see what happens.
I don't know if this was like. So, what do you mean Wyatt family? There's the brother. What else is there?
So there was a faction when Bray Wyatt was in NXT. He had a faction called the Wyatt family. And it was like this cult. It was like it's kind of like resemblance to. I always said that they were like resemble like the Sawyer family from Texas Chainsaw. They always reminded me of the Sawyer family.
Okay.
So it was him and two other guys, and then they were they ended up on Raw. They became tag champs. He won the title. But then he took a hiatus and came back and became the Fiend Bray Wyatt, where he was wearing the mask and the gloves. But he also had the show. So Wyatt family is like the people he was with. So it was, he had this faction. So I'm hoping again one of them passed away. So there's only like really two of them left, which is Braun Strowman and
okay.
Red Beard,
Eric Rowan.
Yeah, Eric Rowan. So those are the only ones that are still around. And then Alexa Bliss was one of them. She was with him.
She was?
Bray Wyatt. Well, she was with him when he was the Fiend. She wasn't with him when he was in the Wyatt family. But it'll be nice to introduce her into the mix and kind of keep her because she's been on hiatus too. So
is she coming back soon? Yeah, she's been gone for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she'll eventually. Yeah, she's having baby.
Yeah.
So, but well, it's exciting. It kind of draws me back into wrestling a little bit. I mean, I kind of been kind of off. I did watch Clash of the Titans and Unworthy. I think we got most of it right. Some of it was a little,
Clash of the
Clash of the Castle, not the Clash of the Titans. That's a whole nother.
Clash of the Titans is like, oh, they stole it from that movie.
They didn't fight, but
it's getting serious when Clint can correct you on wrestling.
I know.
Yeah,
it's been a lot of fun. That's why it's stuff like the speculation of who's going to be signing, what members are going to be returning.
So that's all tonight.
Hopefully, apparently
I don't think you'll see the whole faction, like all of them, show up, but I think you'll see Uncle Howdy show up, and you'll see him start spreading the seeds of what's gonna grow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense to slow roll that out.
Yeah, but it's exciting. Except Rollins came back tonight. That's a good thing.
I
So,
wonder how long it's taken them to like develop that, and then before tonight, you know.
yeah, I'm assuming it took a little bit. I mean, it was all revealed during like the documentary of Bray Wyatt. That was like
Oh,
Like
in the
okay.
end. They gave you like a
Yeah.
little teaser.
Before Bray passed, there was like they already had the wheels in motion for
Yeah,
this faction, and then when he
Oh,
passed,
okay.
yeah.
obviously they had to shut it down for a little while. I was a little weird. I was a little like against it at first, thinking no, they need to just let it rest, not bring it back, you know. But it is part of his legacy. It is something that he would want to see finish,
Yeah,
something that he'd want to
yeah.
see.
That's
And it's
really
not
yeah. Sorry,
no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was gonna say and it's good too that it's not like just a random person. That it's his brother doing it.
Yeah.
They came up as tag team. So, for him to kind of take up that legacy and kind of go on with it and make it what he wants to make it, then that's awesome.
Do you think he'll wear? So is he gonna wear like the masks?
Probably the
Uh
Uncle Howdy man.
yeah, the Uncle Howdy man.
Uncle Howdy
Yeah.
was already a character. Like
Hmm.
the mask that Bray came out when he came back at Extreme Rules, like the long chin with the curly
Yeah.
mustache. Like
Yeah.
that was Uncle Howdy.
Now I'm gonna sound like a total. It's not necessarily new, but a guy just doesn't follow. Did he wrestle in the mask? Like,
Bray
did he?
Wyatt.
Yeah. Did he keep the mask on when he?
He didn't keep the Uncle Howdy mask on, but he wrestled with the Fiend.
With the he did wrestle with the Fiend mask.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because
Yeah.
he came back with the Uncle Howdy persona, but then it split to where there was Bray, but there was also Uncle Howdy. It was Bo
Mhm.
Dallas in the mask as Uncle Howdy.
Man, you learn something every day, guys. This actually makes me kind of want to watch it. I don't know the way you're talking about it.
It was entertaining with Bray used to come out, like especially when he first did the even the Wyatt family stuff was really good. But like when he did the Fiend stuff, that's when I really got invested into it because the first thing I loved was the whole Firefly Funhouse. It was like his whole spin on Mr. Rogers, and he had all these puppets, and he was so friendly and so happy, but he was so twisted. And then like he had this split persona, which is the Fiend, which is like an unstoppable. I mean, they did ruin that character so much where they
They
could have
did.
just
Goldberg
yeah,
started
oh
it.
my goodness, yeah. And even that match in WrestleMania with Randy, that could have been such an awesome match. I was like, like you got to watch a couple of like the things he did, and like it was so entertaining because it always brought me back to the gimmick era where Mankind, you had the Undertaker who would like
Yeah.
in like those you remember those superstar, like it was like they fought like all these bootleg people. He would like put them in body bags after he finished them, and then like Mankind would come out, Kane. Like characters like that, Papa Shango, like it reminded you so much of like the gimmick era where you actually believe like, oh, the big boss man is really a crooked cop beating the hell out of people. Like you really believe that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I love so much about it. Like it's kind of like the new thing. It's like the new era, but a little bit of like the old school stuff. So it was like, all
Yeah.
right, that's the era I really grew up in. I mean, I love the Attitude Era, but I
Yeah.
really love that gimmick era because again, you had people like the Repo Man, $1 Million Man. You had all these guys that were like
IRS.
basically super
IRS.
Funny enough,
yeah.
IRS is Bray Wyatt's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, when he came back with the Firefly Funhouse after the whole Matt Hardy team thing didn't work out, and he came back as he really was like a twisted version of Mr. Rogers. He'd come out
Yeah.
like, yowie wowie, and like making all these corny jokes. But then at the end of the little skit, he'd get real serious, and his face would get real serious, and he'd just say, "Let me in," and then it would cut to black, and then the lights
Mm-hmm.
would go back on. It would be the Fiend mask, you know. It was
Yeah.
awesome storytelling.
Definitely an awesome.
I mean, I've talked about this before. Like, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, like that was when I was like really into it when I was younger, like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and then Attitude eras, like when I was all in with all my friends watching pay-per-views at people's houses. I just got that Yokozuna like figure that
Nice.
bring me back to Yokozuna
Nice.
and Lex Luger. They're remember when Lex Luger like lifted Yokozuna and like body slammed him?
Yeah.
That was pretty amazing.
During the Wax Express days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Those were the times for me. But what you're describing sounds kind of a lot better than the writing back then.
It's a lot of the. If you really enjoyed a lot of this, and not to compare them, because again, that's a different era. If you really enjoyed a lot of the stuff Undertaker was giving you, and Kane was giving you, and Mankind was giving you, and all those like creepy like Papa Shango. If you really like that stuff, that when the fire, the lightning bolts and the cat, all that stuff, creepy stuff, you'll like what he was doing, and hopefully it'll kind of spew into this debut and it'll do good. But like I'm with you. I was a big fan of the faction, the Flock in WCW.
Yeah.
Raven,
Yes,
Raven. Like we used to like go outside. That's when we used to live in the hood, and we used to be outside, and like they would grab like old mattresses like people had, and we would like wrestle. And I was always pretending to be Billy Kidman until I tried to do the 360, not the 360, the move he used to do where he used to do like shooting star press. I tried it one time, and dude, I landed right on my neck, and like thank God I didn't get hurt, but like I tore my ass up so bad. And my brother was a big fan of like of Rhino, but and my brother was big. He's still a big stocky dude, and he would like run and do like hit his head like Rhino because he had long hair, and then he would like run real fast and spear the hell out of you. And I remember he hit my little brother one time, and my little brother was like out of gas. We thought he killed them. So like you see my mom coming out yelling in Spanish. Like she was mad as hell. She was like, "Oh, you gotta take care of your little brother. You gotta kill him." Like she speared the hell out of him. Like we used to do it. Like, but that was again, that was the attitude / gimmick era where they used to sell the title, the titles like now and shit. Like that was the fun time.
That was a fun time. It's definitely turned into this like machine. It's a machine right now. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We used to do backyard wrestling too. The very first time I dislocated my hip doing backyard wrestling.
Dislocated your hip?
I tried to like superplex one of my buddies off of a car because we didn't have a ring. Like we were on top of a car, and I went to superplex him off. And like I didn't land flat. My legs came all the way up around my head, and like I went over so far that the front of my toe came around and kicked my buddy right in the balls. Like as I went down, like I folded myself so bad I dislocated my hip.
Toy Unlimited says nobody was creepier than Paul Bearer.
Yeah, Paul Bearer.
He had a great presence every time he came in.
Yeah, he did.
And KJ Smith, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
I was on the wrestling team, and we never obviously did like the high flying moves, but we'd always do all of the submissions. So my favorite was the Lion Tamer.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That stuff that thing hurts if you do it right. It really does hurt.
Oh yeah.
You could really mess up someone's back too.
I would hate to be put in the Lion Tamer now, considering I got steel rods in my back.
Oh my gosh! I mean, yeah. What's another good submission?
I used to always
iconic.
The ankle lock.
I'd get them in and I'd drag them back. We used to have like this little concrete barrier that was like our ropes. So like you had to reach, that was our rope break. So get real close and then I drag them back, and then I just like Kurt Angle, like wrap my legs around their legs so they can't crawl anymore.
Yeah, Kurt Angle was like so big because he was a legit wrestler, an Olympic wrestler.
Also those perks made him unstoppable.
Perk
Angle. Oh man,
Oh,
sharpshooter
man.
was a big thing for us though. We big Bret Hart fans. So anytime,
All right,
any
well,
chance my
Oh, yeah.
let
any
me
chance
ask
my
you,
brother might.
who came
Sharpshooter
up with
was
that
fun.
first? Was it the sharpshooter or the scorpion deathlock?
I
Was
want to
it the
say
Scorpion Deathlock? You say that as if it was it's probably the Scorpion
Sting
Deathlock.
used to do it. Sting did it way before Bret Hart started doing it in WWE.
I mean, yeah, he
Really?
started his career
Sting
way
wasn't
longer
on
than Bret
TV.
did.
That was back before like Sting was on TV consistently. So Bret Hart's usually credited creating.
I liked Sting's crow imitation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You know what was an unstoppable move? The Iron Claw by the Von Erichs.
Wait, isn't
Right?
that the Mankind one? Is it the same
No,
thing?
that's the Mandible Claw.
That's the Mandible. Bray Wyatt used to do that too. He used to do the
Yeah.
Mandible.
He did a bunch of like the stuff. Yeah.
I loved what's his name? What's the guy's name? Mike.
The
Is it
Miz.
Mike? No. Mankind.
Mick
Oh,
Foley.
Nick Foley. All of his characters, like
Oh yeah.
they were so bad but so good. Like Dude Love.
Dude Love. That was my boy. Dude Love was my
There's
boy.
Dude Love, Cactus Jack.
Mhm.
Like what was like what was
These are
what
all
were the
like
differences?
these are all like past like wrestlers that he used to
He
like.
used to
All these
be.
gimmicks. But that's what I'm saying too. That's why a lot of that inspiration Bray Wyatt uses all the gimmick and all the personalities that he had. That's why I say it reminds me so much of that too. So he had like these whole personas that he used to do. Like I know he was Cactus Jack a lot
he was
Yeah.
Cactus
ECW.
Yeah, and then he was Mankind, and I think Dude Love was the original WWE.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
He used that anywhere else.
yeah.
Dude Love.
And then you pair them with Terry Funk and forget it. They were unstoppable. They were great to watch. Old ass
Chainsaw
Terry
Charlie.
Funk. That match when they fought the Outlaws and they put them in the dumpster. They threw the dumpster off the stage. How great was
Like
that?
Terry Funk was like 60 years too old to be doing
Yeah,
it then, and he kept doing it for like another 20 years.
he was a legend, man. He was great.
One underrated move was the sidewalk slam.
Yes, from over the
Yeah.
head. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Give you
Underrated
whiplash.
move. Like that is like everyone like loved the spear with Goldberg. Everyone loves like, a tombstone pile driver, but sidewalk slam, like you need to have really strong core and back in order to do
Mhm.
that, to get someone
Yeah,
on you like that and then flip you like that without
yeah,
throwing out anything. Jeez.
yeah.
For sure.
These are all things we should try at LegionsCon.
Yeah,
Let's do
I'm gonna
it.
sidewalk slam Danny right through the top of the table. At the end.
Just
Yeah,
they're one of the Legion's
please,
tables.
please don't. Please don't. I'm too heavy. Don't do that to yourself.
You know, my favorite move, and it's like not because The Rock did it, but like the Rock bottom. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's a
actually
good
like
one.
Not only
powerful. Like like the Uranagi, like the original version.
That's also a fun move to do.
yeah.
I get
And
my kids with that and the RKO all the time. My son.
what's the RKO?
It's like the diamond cutter, like DDP.
Oh yeah.
Randy Orton
Yeah.
does it.
Yeah.
My sons would be
Diamond
running
cutter.
around, and I'll throw them on the bed, RKO their ass.
The Stone Cold Stinger was like, it didn't like it involved like dedication from the other person in order
Yeah.
to sell it, right?
Yeah.
You had to suspend disbelief that it was.
Yeah,
actually a
exactly.
collective move.
But every time he did it, it was so cool.
Yeah, it was the Stone Cold Stinger was definitely a devastating move.
Yeah.
I recently watched one of the clips on Instagram where he came through and he just was giving the stunner to everybody. Like he goes into the ring and he hits like 15 stunners in the ring. He comes out, security's trying to stop him, and he just starts stunning all the security.
The
Yeah, I
best,
remember
man.
that one. I think
That's
I
the best
watched
one.
that one. I mean,
Oh,
that's
man.
just so funny. Can you imagine, like, before going out, he's like, all right, you're gonna stone cold stun like everyone that's
Everybody
there.
on the roster. They're just gonna line up.
Oh Lord, that was the best.
Then Shawn Michaels did it with the Sweet Chin music. He just like
hmm
everybody. He got a little. He's walked. Him and Triple H are walking in the back, and like one of the production team members are there. And he's like, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Steve." Oh, Steve. And then he bang, super kicks and papers go.
Oh man, I miss that era, man. That was the best. That was the era that was so entertaining.
It really was.
It,
They
it's
can't
not.
get away with a lot of the talk.
No,
They can't get away with it.
no. Vince McMahon with the do rag was great.
Oh my god.
Vince McMahon. I'm telling you, listen. Minus the stuff, accusations and stuff, because I don't condone none of that. He to me was the ultimate villain. There is no villain that can top Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was the one. Hate him or love him, like when he was out, man, he like to be kind of the boss and be able to be that. Like he was like, even with Eric Bischoff, like you can never. Eric Bischoff was nowhere near Vince McMahon as a villain. Like he
No,
was
no, not at
bad.
all.
Even
Vince,
Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman.
Vince. You know how many times my mom made us like turn the TV off because Vince McMahon was either saying something that would get him canceled now, or like he would be doing things and we would be like, "Damn, this guy's really bad." So that's why when Stone Cold came out, we all cheered. It's like, yeah, let's cheer for the more inappropriate guy that's like swearing and stunning everybody, drinking beer all damn night.
And then The Rock, right? Like
Yeah, The Rock, yeah.
Rock in his heyday.
Yeah.
Remember when he was Rocky Maivia?
I try not to remember him as Rocky Maivia.
Oh man. And then
He used to come out. They call him the Blue Chipper, Rocky Maivia.
Yeah,
the Blue Chipper.
And then when The Rock, before The Rock became The Rock, he was with Farouk, right? And
yeah,
the Nation of Domination.
Yeah,
Nation of Domination.
Best member of that team was Owen Hart. I am not a nugget.
Remember when DX came out impersonating them?
Oh my god.
X-Pac in the big fat Mark Henry suit with black face. Yeah, you can't do that these days.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Cancel City. It's too
I
sensitive
know.
in this world, man. Oh, they're trying to do that now, but they're not going to be able. They can't.
No,
they can't do none of
can't.
that shit now. Hell no.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No. Like the whole Edge and Lita's bid they did was celebration. What's going on?
Yeah, what? Don't get it twisted. I was watching that live with my recorder, like recording it on a VHS.
But even when, like, you know, as we say, they can't get we can't get away with it now. When it was happening, we were all like, "What the? How are they doing this?"
Listen, oh man, yeah, they did a lot. Val Venus was like, I want to say that was
Val
the only
Venus.
time. The only time
you just keep bringing out all the.
That's the one my mom would like be like, all right, just keep it here for a sec. Val Venus came out because his little like videos he would do. We were like, man, this guy must be like a model or something. And my dad was like, yeah, that's exactly what he is. That's exactly who he is. They're like, no, he's not.
Remember when Kai and Tai, the Japanese guys there, they chained up Val Venus and they got the samurai sword, they ripped his pants down. But they were, oh, choppy the pee-pee.
Oh man, that was great.
Oh my gosh, yeah, these are definitely things you can't.
You can't do none of that stuff.
No.
Man. There was this one. It's controversial now, but there was this one thing, and that's one that I would honestly say I was like, whoa. It was like Vince McMahon had all the wrestlers around the ring, and he's like telling everybody to leave, and then in one of them he says, I'm not gonna say it, but he says like all the people of color to leave the ring, they're all leaving. Like it was like that, like peak, like bad, like to the point where it, like if you do it now, like they would lose so much. Like they would be all over CNN and Fox right now. They cannot do it. Like, they got away with so much back then. So like for them to try to do that stuff now, I'm like, you would never be able to. You gotta really like you gotta have a point. Like a stopping. Like But like, man, AEW tries sometimes, but they can't. Yeah, they're another one. They can't do it.
Wow.
Yeah, terrible.
Well, it's been nice going down this memory lane of
Nice talk.
WWE Attitude. Clint clearly never watched it then.
Not at all.
I was about to ask him what was his favorite wrestling move. You had a favorite wrestling move, Clint?
No, nothing that I can see on this channel.
I mean, I think it's just the funniest thing that we're talking about wrestling, and the guy who looks most like a wrestler isn't good, like doesn't have anything to say about it.
Oh man.
Did we talk about this? What would your walkout music be?
Oh, I think we ever. Did we say this before?
I felt like if you say your answer, I'll probably remember.
Well, I always said "Power of Love" by the Back to the Future thing. "Power of Love" would be my theme song.
Yeah, you did.
I love that song.
You did say that.
That'd be my song.
I have no
What was
idea what mine would be.
You don't know?
I don't. I know we did talk about this before, and I have no idea what my answer was.
Yeah. If I was a UFC fighter, I've thought about this before. If I was a UFC fighter, it would be Van Halen's Right Now. Lights shut off, right? And then you have that like piano comes on, and there'd be like lights everywhere, and then
Would you do like a prayer thing at the cage? Like, you know how they go up on the cage and they put the stuff and they go, and then they hold and you start running. Would you do something like that?
I wouldn't run. I'd do the prayer, and then I would just I'd go back and like lean back into the cage.
Oh, okay.
You know how they do that.
You really thought about this, huh?
I love UFC.
Oh, me too, dude. I love UFC.
Nate Diaz was like the oldest dude when he would do his entrance. He would just kind of walk in, he'd walk through the whole circle around, and he would just like lean up against Jorge Masvidal too.
Oh yes,
post up against the cage, like all right.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Diaz brothers, they were good.
Yeah.
They were entertaining.
Yeah. I still hope we get that last fight with Nate Nick and Connor.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was supposed to come back to fight. I forget who it was, but he had dropped out because of injury. They sold out that show, and then they had to
Connor, right?
Connor, yeah.
Against Chandler, yeah.
Yeah.
They replaced it now. They got Pereira, the one that beat
he's good.
Basically he beat, but then Izzy beat him back.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
He's been added to it.
But yeah, he has one of the titles though. I think he has middle.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight title. Yep.
Yeah.
They pushed back the Tyson Hall fight too.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, because of
medical emergency.
Well, it's
no wonder the man's too old to be doing this.
I mean, but have you seen him lately? He looks great.
There were rumors that he wanted to call out Adrian Broner. Not Adrian Broner, Wilder.
Oh, really? Who?
Because he's having Paul. Like, he wanted to challenge Wilder in a boxing fight. And I'm like, that's you can't, like, say what you want to say about Wilder. Say what you want to say about him. The dude has a power punch. And those hits, those are like devastating blows. Like, all the people he's lost to have been like really good boxers. Like, I mean, not to say that the ones he didn't fight were, but like they really timed him really well. Like, he fought this Asian guy named Zhang.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
So bad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that guy was knocking guys out too.
Well, that guy is scary too.
Yeah,
he's scary as hell.
I mean, I don't see. I don't like that would be stupid if like Jake Paul would call out like Francis Ngannou. Like,
oh my god.
Oh my goodness, no.
Imagine that.
No. Yeah, that would be bad. No, a fight I really like. I just watched the Tank Davis fight. I love that kid, man. I love him. He's so freaking. Tank Davis, Javante Davis just fought a couple of days ago. I think it was on Saturday. He fought, or Saturday, and that kid is fucking amazing. And he's like, I'm happy. He's like distanced himself away. He's actually beefing with Mayweather now, so he's not with him. And I love like he's doing his own thing, but like he's super entertaining when he fights, man.
I have to look him up.
Yeah.
I don't know. who that
Undefeated
is.
in his weight.
Oh,
Beat
really?
Ryan Garcia. Yeah, he beat a couple people. He's beating a couple good people too.
Man, Danny, you really do know a little bit about everything. Jeez.
Honestly, I really don't.
Except for
I
Power
really
Rangers and G.I. Joes.
don't. Yeah, no, I really don't. I'm a big boxing person. I love boxing. Boxing is like one of my favorite sports after like football. Then I like football. But like boxing's always been a big sport of mine. Like I've always like Roy Jones and Mosley were like my guys like growing up. So
Roy Jones was awesome.
no, yeah, of course.
All right. Well, this is Toy Talk. Any new toys? Anyone? Clint? We had some reveals today.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a lot of good reveals today, actually.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull them up. But what were you most excited about in those reveals?
For me, it's the Rogue and Destiny 2-pack.
Hold on, why did it show this? Oh, okay. Here we go. I'll show this. Share. So Rogue and Destiny 2-pack right here.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
Like, Destiny is a character I've wanted for a while, and I've wanted that particular Rogue costume forever. So now we got him.
This one's gonna sell out.
Oh yeah,
I feel, because any Rogue does, but this one in particular. This is what
do they not have any ab crunch?
No, I'm sure they do.
That looks cool right there.
This Phoenix with that stand. Oof.
I think the stand is the high point of this particular one. Like, I'm not a particular fan of the head sculpts that come with this one, but that stand is freaking spectacular.
Yeah, it really is. We were saying no ab crunch. Oh yeah, it does kind of look
Rogue
like
doesn't look like she has.
You're right. Interesting. I'm sure there will be though. Yeah, look at that stand. Ooh,
that looks cool.
Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's gonna be. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to get that one. That one was a maybe for me. What else? Oh, we have this guy that
Yeah, what's the story here, Clint? Why does he have striped armor?
Well, here's the thing. This is how I can tell you have yet to watch X-Men 97.
I've not finished it yet.
So you'll get your explanation there. I'm not going to tell you. Knowledge must be earned, especially for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Forget I even asked.
I mean, isn't this like kind of the suit that he wore in the animated series, right?
I don't think he wore it in the animated series. I don't believe.
That wasn't the thing that he wore when he was with Cassandra Nova. Not Cassandra Nova, I'm sorry. With when he was with the Shi'ar Empire.
Possible. Well, are you talking about 97 or OG?
97.
Yeah, it's the same armor.
Okay.
Like that, so.
And who's this character now?
Professor X.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool. Wait, are they re-releasing this one?
No, they were, since they're recreating that one particular X-Men cover, they're showing off all the other ones in that set.
Oh, nice.
So he finishes off that cover.
Now they had a new Venom.
Ooh.
I'm kind of okay. I like the other one. I don't need another. Odin, a deluxe Odin. Pretty cool. This
Yes,
is a pass for me.
I like this. I think it's
Are you gonna
from
get
like
it?
the 1000. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, this one looks cool.
They did the Avengers BC where it was like all that ancient
Oh yeah,
mess.
yeah, yeah. We need the Ghost Rider mammoth.
Yes, that's what the HasLab should have been, and it would have funded.
Yeah, that's true.
I want that.
Speaking of that HasLab, one of the figures that was revealed in the new Build-A-Figure wave.
Mm.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. So this one right here, right? This.
Ooh.
No, it was Hellstorm or Hellstrom.
Oh, really?
Wait, it's the Build-A-Figure in this wave, though, right?
No, the Build-A-Figure for this one is Blackheart.
Oh, yeah. This is what I want. Helverine. We knew this one was coming.
Yeah.
Bloodstorm is pretty awesome.
Hmm.
Vampire. Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
That was one. Yeah, that was one of the figures in the
Son update.
For the Ghost Rider HasLab that was going to be released.
interesting. Why does he look like Namor? No one knows.
I don't know. Actually, when I skimmed.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was until
I was like,
saw
Namor.
it. Yeah. And no one knows the name of this one. Do you know this one, Clint?
Lilith.
Where's she from?
Oh,
Another Moon Knight.
Not Moon Knight. Forget exactly which series she's a part of, but she pops up everywhere. So.
Got it. This one looks cool.
They need to get on board with the lost goods since McFarlane did.
I'm good without him.
With anything.
He looks cool.
That's the Build-A-Figure?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, the only one I know from this is Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula. Would you get Dracula, Danny?
Yeah. That and they got the werewolf by the man thing from Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, I ordered
That's
this one. This one's up already. I ordered this one. He looks awesome.
Yeah, he's freaking dope.
I don't know. I don't think that looks as good as the Build-A-Figure.
The
Build-A-Figure is a little lighter than that one. That one has a little more color, a little more detail, I think.
The man thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one that's pretty cool. I dug it. I'll tell you, the most recent Build-A-Figure I did was this guy, and I love him.
Nice.
This Sabretooth is awesome. He is awesome. Really dope. Articulates really well.
Hasbro does pretty good with the animals.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, any new toys? Oh, you got them too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
What do you think?
One of the best Build-A-Figures, I think. Like,
right?
Yeah, like the the freaking articulation.
Damn,
yeah, the articulation is awesome, right?
It's just like
they went PG on us.
Yeah,
it just moves so smoothly.
Mm-hmm. Like the articulation of him reminds me of the Sauron Build-A-Figure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one's also in my top 3 Build-A-Figures.
Do you have that?
Oh yeah, want me to get them?
Yeah, please, because that's one I've always wanted. To be honest,
that Sabretooth is like one of the only things that's come out that's a Build-A-Figure. Like, I would rather just buy the Build-A-Figure completed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also got this guy in the mail.
Oh, nice. That's
cool.
retail exclusive, right?
Yeah.
The retail, yeah. Those are dope.
Exactly.
I got my wife on board for pre-ordering some Transformers.
Oh, really? Is that Toy Biz?
Nope. Legends.
Wow.
Or Hasbro.
How much does this guy go for? Do you think they'll ever re-release them? They have to, right?
Maybe. Here's the thing with this particular wave. You can get all the figures in this set pretty cheaply.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, it was a Deadpool wave with a lot of random.
Bishop was in that. Yeah, I have the
Bishop
arms.
and Mr. Sinister run this wave.
I have the arms kicking around here somewhere from the Bishop.
I feel like that's the one wave I never got.
Yeah, for that, I remember for this wave, there were a lot of figures I skipped and just bought the individual Build-A-Figure parts individually.
Yeah.
I think Cable was also part of this wave.
Yeah, brown pants cable, wasn't it? Wasn't it the brown pants cable?
Yeah, his original 90s costume before the blue and yellow. But yeah, this one's pretty impressive as well.
That's so good. There's a question in the chat that I'm surprised they haven't gotten. Toy Unlimited asks, how hasn't there been a I think he means Roadhouse or Bloodsport?
No, he does. He's talking about
Roadhouse?
No, he's talking about two specific Wolverine villains.
Oh,
I mean,
I was gonna do this. I was like, this is Bloodsport.
not that.
He had his damn figure. He was like,
I was like, come on.
Look at this.
And that right there is how you know Toy Art Unlimited is a Wolverine fan. Because nobody else
Also,
goes
it's
to
not
Huck Roughhouse Blood.
I also thought the same thing. I was like, maybe he meant Roadhouse. I was like,
I was like, Roadhouse and Bloodsport.
Well, here's the thing, like they made a lot of appearances, but they're not like in the grand scheme of things well-known characters. Like it thinking back to that Wolverine 5-pack, that would have probably been the only place for them to actually appear. But yeah, I think they're just too niche to actually get into figure form.
I really wish they would come out with a new Omega Red, because I don't want to have to spend a bunch of money on that 5-pack just to get that good Omega Red.
Or even just like a good Omega Red. Like I think there's one that came out that I felt like was not great.
That new Sabretooth buck would be perfect for
yeah. Omega Red, that would be great.
Or even that new the Venom movie buck. Not the newest.
Yeah, that could work.
I personally love the one that came with the 5-pack, so I'm not aching for a new one.
Really, the one with the 5-pack was really good.
Yeah,
it's really good, but like you got to spend a fucking grip to get that 5-pack. Just for that one figure. He's the only one that I really care about. Otherwise,
you could open your horizons and accept more figures. I mean, you got Callisto in there, you got Mastermind, you got shirtless Wolverine. Come on.
There's not enough shirtless Wolverine going around.
True.
Unworthy. I'll send you a bunch of photos of some X-Men I have and just pick one that I want. Just pick one of them. Like Purge and everything.
Bloodsport.
But they did change his name to Blood Scream in the comics. So.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
What? What does he look like? Yeah, let's look him up. Like, all right.
No, I was gonna say, can we revisit that for a little bit? So when I saw you bring out the Van Damme, I knew I was wrong I didn't know I was wrong until you pointed it out and then click corrected. I was like, oh, good. I threw him to the wolves. Good. He did it. That was so funny, though. I thought the same thing. I was on the same boat with you, Chris.
Oh my god.
Holy hell, man.
Oh man. I'm trying to find. Okay, I think I found Bloodsport.
Did they change his name because of the DC character Bloodsport?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, this is what Bloodsport looks like.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, is so mad right now.
Frank Dukes. You lose, you American asshole.
All right, I'll really look
Right
at
back
that.
with you guys. I got to get some more water.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you're thirsty.
Okay, so this is Bloodsport.
Okay.
That's him?
No, nope. Look.
Okay.
That's ain't that the DC one?
Yeah, that's DC.
Oh, it's DC?
Look up Blood Scream.
Yeah.
Blood Scream.
Yeah. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
All right, so it kind of looks like.
Dracula.
What was the other one?
Rough House.
No. Ooh.
Like this guy?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I kind of understand why they haven't, but
Like, I mean, I'll take them if they make them, but they're like so far down the list of my priorities of figures I want them to make.
sorry. No, I think they're cool. I don't know if they make them.
Oh, Toyard, nobody cares.
I didn't see Blood.
Here.
It's not impressive. It's not like DC's. DC's looks a little better. So
yeah, when I saw DC's, I was like, yeah, why haven't they made this guy? This is him.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool enough. Yeah, I'm
yeah, it's cool.
If it makes you happy, Toy Art Unlimited, then I want to see them.
Yeah, me too.
Me and Unworthy are switching roles tonight. No, I don't care. If you don't like, I don't like it. I don't like it, Toy.
You know what I do care about? Sharks in the water.
Me too.
Deeper.
Me too.
Bluer.
If they're in the water, I'm not getting in. I'm just saying.
Me too.
Danny,
So
I must say, Danny, your hat's looking like a shark fin tonight.
Yeah.
There you go. I love that soundtrack. So good. LL Cool J, the man.
That music video is an event in itself.
LL Cool J, listen, say what you want. LL Cool J, at his age now, still can run with the young guys. Even better, because that dude could freestyle his ass off. LL Cool J's the man.
Yeah.
Hats off to that dude.
So Deep Blue Sea was our movie for our season finale for today. Science fiction horror film directed by Rennie Harlan, starring Saffron Burrows, Thomas Jane, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Rappaport, and LL Cool J. Basically, it's an isolated underwater facility and follows a team of scientists and their research on mako sharks to help fight Alzheimer's disease. My God, it sounds so...
It sounds
so perfect. It sounds perfect. And this is our second Rennie Harlan movie, right?
What was the first one?
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, yeah.
Hence why Samuel L. Jackson's here.
Oh, interesting. So it had a production budget of like 60 to 82 million.
That,
Oh,
like,
he did.
gets
Oh, he
cleaned
did
up.
Cliffhanger. I didn't realize he did Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It had like a
That's-
small budget and it cleaned up. Like it was a massive success.
Yeah, it made about 165 million, so double, pretty much. I mean, it basically was like a horror film that I don't think they were is going to expect too much. They weren't
How-
expecting too much from, but they made a Deep Blue Sea 2 and 3. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
You really don't need to know that.
Exactly.
Have you seen
So
them?
that-
I will
That
say,
question at the end, are you sure there was only 3? Like that's the answer. There was enough for 2 more movies.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like tempted to watch them. 2 has to be good enough. 2 has to be good enough that they made a 3, right? So
no, not really.
no, you've seen them.
I'm just assuming.
You're just assuming.
Like nothing good can happen from a direct to video shark movie.
Well, I mean, have you seen Under Paris? That wasn't bad.
But that's
and
going to streaming. I'm talking like going straight to DVD back in the 2000s.
Yeah, okay.
Those are
I
very
think-
two different scenarios.
You're
think
right. You're right.
it's like Undisputed with Wesley Snipes and Vin Rames. Like that first movie sucked ass. Like if you watch the one with Michael J. White, I thought that was way better.
Oh
With
yeah,
Scott
that was
Adkins
good.
in it, that was a way better movie, and I don't think that hit theaters neither.
And also, your argument of number 2 must have been good enough to warrant a 3rd. That's a poor argument because anybody who remembers Thor: Dark World, we were all surprised to see that there was
Whoa.
going to be Thor: Ragnarok.
Yeah,
That's. I mean, yeah.
I-
That's true.
I really like Thor: Dark World. Though. I really like that movie.
It was a good story, but it was not a good movie.
I like that dark tone for Thor. Like I really like that movie.
So back to this movie. Right off the bat, I'm gonna say 3rd best shark movie of all time.
Okay, Jaws is one.
Oh,
Jaws
Right.
is 1. For me personally, Jaws 2 is 2nd,
Okay.
and then this one.
okay.
No Sharknado. Sharknado's not even on your list, huh?
No,
Or the Meg. Nothing.
Can you watch?
this movie.
Did you watch
was-
Under Paris?
Not yet.
That could be your 4th.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm not saying it's gonna touch any of those.
I agree. I agree
Well-
with Jaws being 1.
number 3 is on my list as Shark Attack 3, but only because of one particular line that's so out of place that I can't say on right now. But it just out of nowhere.
Oh,
this
come
one
on. Listen, you can't dangle something like that in front of us and then say you're not going to say it.
What is it?
Shark
In-
Attack 3. It's with John Barrowman.
Okay.
Like it's total trash, but
Have you seen 1 and 2?
no.
What made you just see 3?
Because someone was talking about how bad it was, and
Okay.
it is.
Clint enjoys a good bad
I love trash. Like
movie.
Okay, so all right, Deep Blue Sea. Initial thoughts. I mean, we've all seen it like many times. Clint, you're in the middle of yours, so you keep going.
so, yeah. Like I said, like it's Alien, but with sharks. What
Whoa,
more could you want?
Alien. Okay,
Yeah.
See, I was thinking Abyss. It's Abyss with sharks instead of a to-be alien thing.
Well, let's look at it this way: they're running through tunnels trying to avoid these creatures that just underwater. So
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not arguing.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I know, but like I said, like the special effects and action sequences are still hold up pretty well, and
I thought they were pretty good.
yeah,
I don't
like,
know. There was one that was pretty bad.
I said most of them, but
Maybe not the scenes when they're underwater and like eating people, but like I put one note in where they had the shark lifted up and it was like in the net moving around. I was like, wow, that looks real. It looks really good.
Yeah. And just like the setup for the action sequences were well done, like, yeah, it was a pretty solid popcorn flick. Like, I have no regrets watching it, and I'll probably continue watching it again.
I mean, when this movie came out, it had a lot of buzz, and honestly, when I watched it the first time back in high school, it was I felt it was very entertaining.
Yeah.
And I did like it. I for its time, it's definitely a '90s movie. Wow, like it's the feel of it, like in the beginning. Thomas Jane was this before Punisher?
Way before Punisher.
Okay,
I think this is what like propelled Thomas.
I think he had
Got it.
something else before this.
I do have to say though, like I did not remember everyone dying, like everyone. Like I was like, whoa, it was just LL Cool J and Thomas Jane that lived. I thought at least the woman was gonna. They just like
I got a story with that one.
They just killed her. Wow.
It was pretty unsanctimonious, like her and Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, I gotta say about hers, they killed her after audience testing.
Oh, really?
She was supposed to survive at the very end and actually shoot the shark like LL Cool J did, but test that audiences thought of her as the secondary villain of the whole thing.
It's true.
And they wanted her to, and they were not fans of her. So one more month before they actually premiered the film, they reshot the ending with her biting the dust.
I
they
mean,
Todd. Everybody voted for him to die.
Yeah. I mean, she did create them, and then she did let the shark back into the water. She should have gone earlier. She should have gone earlier.
Yeah, but they were trying to make her sympathetic, and they just didn't do anything to justify that. So they're like, "Oh,
that's crazy."
I didn't think she was the villain. That's the case. James Franco was the villain too.
I mean, that's usually the case.
No, I think they had good intentions.
I do think it is funny. Like, Planet of the Apes started because of an Alzheimer's cure, and this all started because of an Alzheimer's cure.
They don't learn. Do you know who got the Alzheimer's right? The Notebook. Just let them go.
Oh my gosh.
Let them love each other, remember for a little, and then let them go. Stop trying to God. That was one of my thoughts on the movie. I'm like, Planet of the Apes, Deep Blue Sea, The Notebook. The humans got it. The elderly people got it. Like Noah got it right. Like just read her a story and it's die together. Like leave it alone. Build her a house. Don't try to like find an animal to solve your problems. Like just die. It's okay. Live together. Enjoy the rest of your lives. That they got it right.
Yeah.
I
forgot we watched The Notebook.
Like, it was a perfect little segue, and I was like, "Damn, this is an Alzheimer movie." Like, I feel like I got Alzheimer's, like, and that shit sucks. Like, I feel bad because my grandmother had it. But man, I'm like, damn, The Notebook got it right, man. I got it
right. Danny, Unworthy, what your initial thoughts?
I don't want to criticize it too much on the CG stuff because again, that was that time, and I mean, again, when I watch movies now from like the CG back then, it's kind of like, I mean, some things kind of look like, ugh, but then you're like, okay, that was that time, so the CG was still like now. If they remade that movie now, it would probably be like the CG would be totally amazing. I'm going
to interject. I say like some of the special effects look better than what the Meg did, and that came out a couple of years ago. So
yeah, I actually still think it's better than the Meg. I still think it's better than Meg. I would have put it at my number. It was number 2 for me as best shark. Number 1 is Jaws. So I love Jaws.
Yeah.
And so I watched 47 Meters Uncaged. That to me is a horror shark movie.
Yeah.
This movie to me was more of like maybe sci-fi, and also too like I don't really call any movie with an animal in it. I don't really call it horror because I'm like, you're in their fucking environment.
Yeah,
like, how dare you go in that water and mess with them? Like, or even like antagonize them. Like, this is the stuff. You go to a water, you're gonna have the same fate Samuel L. Jackson did. That you're gonna have Skarsgård's father. You're gonna lose your arm too. Like, that's just gonna happen. That's like nature. It's gonna happen. So, but I mean, again, I think that it definitely is definitely in like top 5. I mean, I can't think of other sharks. Maybe the Meg. I would put it at my top 3 because it still holds well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I had a pretty good time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it several times in my youth. I didn't remember it too much. So like if it was when I first started watching it this time, I was like, I don't have high hope. But it wasn't very long. I was like right in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. I'm watching it. I like this. I will definitely agree and say it's in my top 5, but I don't really know any other sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, watch Under Paris. I want to talk about Under Paris sometime.
Okay.
That'll be our first movie talk of next season.
Okay. Under Paris.
Surely we can watch it all by then, right, guys?
I'll watch it again.
Stay tuned.
Clint keeps us
We'll be
honest.
on hiatus for a couple months. So everybody watch this, right? The night that we go to do it, I'll be watching it in my van at work.
All right, well, let's go to categories here. Hold on, let me do that again. So categories for Deep Blue Sea.
Mm-hmm.
MVP.
LL Cool J.
Hmm.
Not only as him as preacher, but he gave us the all-time best shark rap, and best shark music video about a man turning into a shark while wearing a nippleless shirt.
Hello, man.
Deepest Bluest. So he gets MVP for this one.
Deepest Bluest, man. It's like a shark.
With a water ballet going around him. And
he's an animorph. Oh,
man. Unworthy.
I'm gonna say that the MVP of the entire movie was the 3 sharks.
That's mine too. The sharks.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Those were, only criticism I have about those sharks is they did go out of their way to make everybody feel like they were so much smarter, and like they definitely were in certain instances, but then they totally redeemed themselves attacking scuba tanks that don't have people attached to them. So it's like selective intelligence per the story narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Toatic.
I agree. I like the sharks, but I also like Thomas Jane. He was great. I liked him.
Yeah.
The action scenes. You always gotta have one person.
Did any of y'all count how many times he fell while running?
Anyone that rides a shark just to pull a license plate out of its mouth gets like MVP for me. I'm like, you're a badass. Like, I need to hang. Like, that's the kind of guy I want to be. Like, hang out and camping, like survival. Like, I gotta hang out with that guy.
You gonna go camp in the ocean?
Like,
I tell you what, that's one camping trip you won't get me on.
We
don't need to bring water. We have all this water around us.
Great white sharks, and like I've already talked about, like, if I had $1 million, I'd buy my own shark. I just wouldn't have those sharks.
What kind of shark would you buy?
The one that looks like a bass.
Wait, are you talking about the singing ones that you put on your wall?
Yeah, those. The baby sharks. Yeah.
Baby shark.
Back in the day, I had the Jaws one.
Oh yeah.
Where it would just float up and stuff.
Yeah, those are true. No, but I think Thomas Jane was he was definitely entertaining. Like I mean, I agree. He did fall in the water a lot, but he brought a lot of.
No, he didn't fall in the water. Like, just running down a corridor, he would be the first to slip and fall on 7 different occasions. in
Had they
certain
killed him off,
sequences.
if they would have killed him off in the movie, I felt like it would have been an honorable death. Like I would have felt it. Like I'd have been like, okay, forget 47 meters down. This is my second favorite movie because he was the guy. You know, again, anybody could pull the license plate just for fun. That's the man.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to die saving the girl.
Yeah, selfish bastard. He's like, screw her.
And then we get a last minute bromance between him and LL Cool J that wasn't hinted at all preceding
my
this
God.
final
That,
scene.
that was pretty good. That was pretty
Yeah.
good. Sixth Man. Now this is the person that maybe not with the biggest part, but every time they were on screen, they were great.
I gotta say it's Michael Rapaport.
Me too.
Sorry.
Me too.
I
agree.
If you don't say Michael Rapaport, you're wrong. Just so you know.
It's between him or Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah.
He was only in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Hey,
But he was great in those few minutes.
But we knew who he was.
Like he had the longest, most agonizing death of the whole movie.
Oh yeah, his death was
like his arm got hit off. Then he got, and then when he's about to be rescued, he got dragged by the shark, but didn't die, and then just got slammed repeatedly into that window, and still was alive for most of it.
Like how though? Like that's an unanswered question. We'll get to those. Like how does that happen?
Yeah, and then
I can answer that question. He had an oxygen tank on him.
Those things aren't watertight though.
Yeah,
they were kind of deep though. Like it was like there's no way. Like the thing didn't even like I don't know. It's a movie. Who cares?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And Sixth Man.
Who are we waiting on?
Clint. Sorry.
Oh, I said Stellan Skarsgård.
Okay, Skarsgård. And then Danny.
LL Cool J was my sixth man. I liked him. I liked him when he was on, and I thought it was funny as hell. Like every little scene where he's like saying sorry God for doing something, but then he's praying and he's like motherfucker, just a motherfucker. I'm like, okay,
yeah, you know that's something that.
I'm like, yeah. I mean,
I do gotta say offhand, him and Bird reminded me of you and Unworthy.
Right. He's like,
which one was Bird?
Huh?
Which one's Bird?
You.
What the?
Who else out of us is going to be LL Cool J? Danny's LL Cool J.
This chocolate beautiful man, right?
Yeah.
No, he almost became my LVP. He almost did because I have a thing about rappers in movies. I know they're like for comedy relief, but like it's like at that time I felt like they were putting a lot of rappers and a lot of artists, like musicians, in like movies just to be that. Yeah. And I feel like the only person to me personally has been successful doing that has been Ice-T. He's been the only one. He's doing the Law and Order stuff. He's doing great.
Ice Cube. You're forgetting a pretty big one.
Yeah, but like it's always like a comic relief thing with some of these rappers, and it's like, man, like I freaking hated Halloween Resurrection because of Busta Rhymes. Worst to me, it's the worst movie ever. I don't like that movie at all.
Yeah,
he ruins it for me.
Same.
But he's six man. LL Cool J was every time he was on screen, he was funny, and that whole praying scene was just like, that's the way I want to go. If I'm gonna go, this is the way we're gonna do it.
The thing too is, God, he really loves it when somebody throws a motherfucker. Wow, these guys are praying like a son of a bitch.
They really want to live.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
he really does hear you. LVP?
Susan, the main doctor.
Yeah.
Like just the acting with no convince, like the performance is just man, like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think for mine. I can't think of what the woman's name was, but it's the blonde chick that when they're going up the chute, she can't. She's like stuck in the vortex, like she can't swim just a little bit further over.
You mean the one who got the the one who got bitten in her. You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like trying to come up, and Thomas Jane's like
Yep.
hanging down off the ladder rungs, trying to catch her and grab her arm. Like,
Yeah.
she's completely useless with the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that death was pretty bad. Was one of the worst ones too, because at least the other ones were done pretty quick. That shark was in there for quite a bit.
Yeah. What?
Her name was Jan.
Jan. Jan. Mine was the woman who what was it? She was like in the control booth.
Yeah, I forget her name, but she
Ada.
was
I think I saw it as Ada.
that's her real name. Because she was in
And
Sopranos.
Brenda. Yeah, it's Brenda.
When you see an airplane come towards a window, run away from the window.
Yeah, she just like
changed her fate, but it could have.
She was literally doing the play-by-play while, like, could just.
Oh, is she the one when she gets blown back like forever?
Yes. Yeah.
She should have dropped the mother effer. Maybe she should have survived.
Yeah. He would have hurt him. Danny.
I agree. The doctor, Susan. She was. How dare you mess with these animals? They're defenseless animals who just want to just live their life in this ocean, and you want to like mess with them. Should have just left them alone.
I mean, as you said, the Notebook. Like,
the Notebook got it right. She was a poodle.
Right.
Every time I watch this movie, and even every time I've watched this movie with like a relative or something, we always say, "What a pendeja," at the same time, because she is like, leave the damn animal, leave them alone. Like again, it's for movie, it's for show. I understand, but like even me, I'm like, okay, kill her.
Wasn't there a zombie movie where they were trying to find Alzheimer's, but it turned into?
I don't know. I haven't heard, but I want to watch it. I want to watch it now. It's probably the same lady too.
What was Resident Evil like? What were they trying to?
COVID. They were trying to cure COVID.
Best scene.
Oh, okay.
Oh, best scene. Samuel L. Jackson's speech.
Yeah.
And his unsanctimonious departure.
That was a good one. Does everyone agree with that one? Or
I like the Skarsgård death. That was brutal.
That was a good one.
That was a brutal. It was like the shark. Like they were already smart, so it's like for the shark it was like showing. It's like being arrogant. Like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, yeah. And they had a right to do that. I think his death was really, really sad. I felt bad, but then I did.
It wasn't that it felt bad. It was just the suddenness of like in the middle of a cliche hero speech.
My thing too is like we'll get to that, but that was my favorite scene. That kill. Yeah. We'll get to the unanswered questions.
Unworthy. Are you Samuel L. Jackson?
No, my favorite scene is the shark getting electrocuted.
Oh.
I do have
now for a couple reasons. A, it's badass to kill a shark with electricity. That's an awesome way. It was almost as good as blowing it up with the grill. That was almost as good.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I realized there was absolutely no reason at all for this lady to strip down to her skivvies. But she did it anyway, and I appreciated that. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Shark.
I remember reading there was an explanation, but I'm like,
it doesn't make any sense.
So, fun fact, like talking about the shark being electrocuted, pretty much all three shark deaths mirror the shark deaths in all the three Jaws movies.
Oh, really?
So you get, you have the fire explosion with Samuel L. Cool J, reminiscent of Jaws 3. Electrocution, Jaws 2, and then the big explosion, Jaws 1.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I read somewhere because I was wondering. Actually, I googled why that woman took her clothes off. Like I said, I appreciate that she did it, but and they were saying something because she's throwing electricity into the water and she's wet, so didn't want the electricity conducting through her wet clothes. It's like, but your underwear is still wet, and you're still in water. Basically, everything is wet everywhere. So
Isn't like rubber a conductor of electricity or something like that?
No, I thought
rubber is the opposite.
Yeah, because like if
in
Spider-Man, like when he fights Electro, he always has like
He's
this
got the
rubber
rubber
suit.
Yeah.
Rubber grounds out. That's
Yeah.
why if your vehicle gets zapped by electricity, you don't usually get juiced from it because all 4 rubber tires are on.
Actually, my favorite scene was Thomas Jane in the fence tunnel when the sharks like hit him. Like that's when you're like, oh my god, these things are a lot smarter than.
Yeah.
You're talking about like when they recognize the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's one of my nitpicks. Or no, actually, that's going to be my unanswered question.
Let's go there.
Let's go there.
Good segue.
My unanswered question is, how did they plan on getting that shark on that platform to begin with? Was the plan always to have Thomas Jane swim in there, swim up close, trank it, and then swim with it to the fucking platform? Like, that's not a very good plan. How did they plan on getting that shark? The one that ate Skarsgård's arm right there in the beginning. How did they plan on getting that on that lift?
Well, first off, how did they? Because I don't remember.
He tranked it, and then you're to infer that he swam with it underwater to the platform.
I didn't even think of that. I was thinking,
Me neither. I was like, wait, how did he get it actually there?
That's because he's Thomas
Right,
Jane.
like I know, like heavy things underwater aren't as heavy. Like you can move heavier things underwater. Like I get but like he was ways away from that platform.
He probably did. He probably just came out.
Like what was the plan originally? How did like, is that an everyday thing for Thomas Jane? Does he have to swim in there, trank it, drag it all the way to the
No, I think that was the plan. It just initial setbacks, but the plan went as it was supposed to. It's just, how did it actually happen?
Yeah.
Right. That's the middle ground. The shark notices the gun and then like tries swimming away and he tranks it.
Yeah.
But like they're not anywhere near the platform when he does that.
No, not at all. Like
so. Like that's my unanswered question. Is that every day that Thomas Jane has to do that? Because like talk about a stressful work if that's your job every day.
Well, I mean, at the beginning, he like swam into the shark thing to get the license plate out. So I mean,
that's kind of and that is his job. It's literally shark wrangler.
Yeah,
but it's just.
But that's a big
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, you
get a good salary for it.
I don't know if you do.
I mean, shit, do that.
Do what?
You don't think they would get? He would get paid really good just to do that, to be that guy, the shark handler.
I think that was a point. Like he was getting paid well to do that.
Yeah.
Now, see, here's my take. If this was my job, shark wrangler, which by the way never will happen. I don't go near the ocean.
I can see it.
You look like a shark wrangler.
Yeah.
My thought process would be put something tasty on the thing, the lift. Something that the shark's going to want to eat, like Skarsgård. I don't know. Something delicious that the shark is going to be tempted by. Get that on the platform. And like he's really got to get in there to eat it, and then trank him, and then he's already right there on the thing unconscious. Just lift it up.
Okay.
It's got to be that's just how I would think about it, because I'm not getting in the water every day, twice a day to do this little test with a brain cell, which also that's a nitpick and an unanswered question. How are they testing this on a little chunk of brain? I didn't understand how they were doing that. But I would think that'd be the easiest way rather than jumping in the water every day.
Any other unanswerable questions?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, we're supposed to believe the Sharks had this all planned out to set off these series of events.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell were they going to plan the winch not working? And for that particular sequence to happen
with the
helicopter.
With Skarsgård, yeah.
Yeah, like I could believe they've been watching through the windows to plan all of this other stuff, but how the heck could they have planned that?
Mechanical error.
Yeah, with something
what was their backup plan?
Well,
exactly.
Like, was the backup plan just for one of them to continuously ram the glass?
Well, I think the plan was to just raise the water line, right? That was, if you just keep it as simple as that, it was just to raise the water line. So they went all means necessary to get there. So I think that was just a circumstance that fell in their lap, right?
Yeah.
So it was one of those situations like, we're never going to have a better chance than we do right now.
Yes, you got to do it right now.
I can give it.
Right?
And that makes sense. Raising the water thing makes sense because, like, that was one of the first things he says to Rappaport. Like, make sure those fences are raised another 8 inches.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather said life is about opportunity and timing. Sharks had it.
Opportunity only knocks once. You got to be ready to answer that door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Human or shark.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine though the ones like picking his teeth? Like, come on, really? I still got Skarsgård in between my teeth. Like, now it's now.
Danny, did you have one?
It was that whole Skarsgård scene. Like, it's like I felt like they were really deep underwater, so I didn't see why the structure didn't sink. But also too, like the impact of it. It's like, how the hell did it not like smash his face or anything? Like, it was some blocking because he really hit the damn thing, like the glass, really hard. That was like thick glass. How did his face not smash? Like, I think that would have been an even better. I mean, my favorite scene would have been an even better scene. Like, had it like his face would have been like smashed into the glass, like because he hit really hard.
Yeah.
You got to think how thick that glass is to withstand the pressure of all the water.
Yeah.
And
for him, and it cracked it too. Like when he hit, he cracked it. So it's like, how did his body not like his face become mush?
Yeah,
like I was like, he hit really hard.
Dramatic license. But yeah, he would have, especially with the force of the shark itself, he would have been he would have been a bug on a windshield, basically.
Yeah.
I
think another one for me was the lady too, like getting undressed. Like I didn't understand that neither.
Yeah,
I think that was I was like, okay.
That was mine.
I mean, I agree with Unworthy. I wasn't complaining. I think had me and Unworthy been in the water with the shark while she did that, we would have died. Like, oh well, all right. Well, I guess we're gone.
I guess we're doing this.
Not focused at all. She's like, tell us swim this way, and we're like, huh? And then the shark comes and kills us.
Oh, I'm going to hell for this comment, but I didn't realize there were camels in this movie as well. That's all I'm going to say.
Nitpicks?
Other than actually, the nitpick I do have is because in the very beginning, the very first scene, where the party kids, they made kind of a big deal out of the wine spilling into the water. And it was like, that's what attracted the shark. Like, we got some alcoholic.
Oh, yeah, the wine. Yeah, that was weird.
But the biggest nitpick of that is they made mention of the fact that they didn't know the shark was missing. So how did Thomas Jane just right place, right time it, and like know exactly where this shark was?
I mean, that's his job, right?
Yeah.
Right, but they're like, we didn't even know he was missing. Well, then how did you find it?
It's like the Jurassic Park raptor keeper. Like, he just knows everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my only nitpick. Like, how did Thomas Jane just right time it? And like also those kids after he tranks the shark, like they're just kind of floating there. It's like I'd still be crawling like mad trying to get out of there,
Mm-hmm.
but they're
Like
just kind of watching it. Like,
Unworthy, you're a good hunter, right? Like, so you follow the trail, follow the water trail. Yeah. Look for any broken branches,
where you have
along
broken
the way.
branches, scuffed up little tracks of leaves, anything like
Yeah.
that.
And sonar as well.
Yeah.
Sonar.
Right,
Yes.
but they're in a big area. Like, there's a lot of the ocean is massive.
No, I hear you. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Like, so but the how at the end LL Cool J is like, "Are you sure there was only 3?" Like, obviously we know the answer now because there's 2 more movies. But like, if they didn't know one was missing, like, how many other ones were accidentally? Oh no, it's here somewhere. Wink,
Yeah, I
wink.
want to know how the other ones open up. Like, how were there more than 2 or what? More than 3, sorry.
I think one of the plot points was they fed the other sharks to the other 3.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
What do you mean?
the original 3 sharks?
yeah,
The other
like there was a feeding scene and they fed him another shark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it was
Mhm.
but that was a wild shark, wasn't
I think so.
it? It
So how
wasn't
does
like a
so if
ultra
it's a
shark.
shark that got ate, how does that spread? Like, how did the sharks in the sequel movies become hyper intelligent, or are they not hyper intelligent?
Guys,
In my mind, the sequels don't exist. So
Mhm.
he was just saying get his feet out of the water because he wasn't about to put his feet back in the water.
That's cannibalism, by the way.
oh guys,
It is absolutely.
it has nothing to do with the first one. A top secret project involving genetically enhanced bull sharks, not mako sharks,
Okay.
funded by a pharmaceutical billionaire. The highly intelligent super sharks turn on their masters. Has
In the
nothing
wor-
to do with.
In the words of men on film, hated it. Hated
That's,
it.
man.
What was that thing they used to say? 2 steps and out.
Yeah, yeah.
I love this guy.
All right, what do you guys give this, Danny?
I'm gonna give it a season finale 3.5.
Okay. Unworthy.
I'm going to give it only a 3. I
Okay.
think it could have been better, but also it was for what it was and for when it came out. It's very good. So I don't want to give it too low.
Mm-hmm.
Clintastic.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3.
There you go.
I think it's not bad. 3 snaps and a Z formation. That's
the next promo. That is the next promo. 2, 3 snaps.
The Z formation.
Oh man, I love
it. The half a star for me comes from the Deepest Bluest music video.
Oh, okay.
At that time, who didn't want to be a shark? And LL Cool J really made me a believer. I wanted to be in the water, just. Oh man.
Just.
But that was like
you can tell they told him to make a shark rap, and he pretty much just recites the entire plot.
Yeah.
With nonsense, and it's there's a reason why he's removed it from YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Like, it's nowhere on his official YouTube or any acknowledgement from him about this song.
Well, I'm sure so many people made fun of him.
Oh, it's on YouTube, just not officially associated.
Got
with
it.
his other stuff.
I do have one more unanswered question, and it's not exactly related to the movie. Other than, is this the movie that made Samuel L. Jackson hate doing movies with rappers? Because like he's notorious for like anti-rappers, and
Oh, he is?
like he will not. He's gone on record that I will not even entertain an offer to do a movie if there's a rapper that is.
He said that? Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he said because it was regarding 50 Cent's movie. They wanted him to be in 50 Cent's movie. He's like, no.
I don't blame him though. Honestly, I really don't blame him. Like some of these, I mean, now I agree with the Ice Cube and Ice T. Like there are other rappers who are doing like they have potential. Like 50 Cent does really good in acting. Like, he can really act. There've been a couple of movies.
Great actor.
Ludacris could do it. There are so many other people. I just think like sometimes. Well, I mean, at least during that time, I felt like a lot of rappers were being put into movies that were more. They wanted them to be. LL Cool J was in Halloween H2O, and he was a comic relief in that movie. So it's like you really don't want them in those movies like that. Like if you're gonna put them in a movie, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't blame them, honestly.
Well, guys, we've done 20 movies this year.
Nice.
And that's pretty good. And it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it has been a pleasure.
A lot of fun. The whole movie idea is perfect.
Yeah.
I have a list.
You have a what?
I have a list of movie ideas.
Machu, what are we waiting for?
But say that, but like as Jennifer Love Hewitt and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
What about Falcon?
Oh.
What are we talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He was in 8 Mile.
Oh, God. This guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence.
That's true. But okay, but he's not a rapper turned actor, right?
Well, Mark Wahlberg was a rapper turned actor. And he does great.
That's a fair point. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure, guys. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna enjoy the summer, but I can't wait to get back to it and think of some new ideas for next season. And I can't thank all of you enough for just joining me and hanging out. And this is like definitely hanging out with you guys. This is all an excuse just to hang out with you guys. Really, it is. Thanks, Chris. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought you were going on a soliloquy here.
Yeah,
I
thought there was
that's 2 times. That's twice tonight.
It's always a pleasure to be able to hang out and talk with the esteemed Toy Talk. So it's been my pleasure to be a repetitive guest on Toy Talk.
I was just joking. I wasn't fishing for anything.
Diggs has a good point. I totally blew my mind.
Will Smith. That's
Will
right.
Smith. Come on.
Wait, he was an actor before he was
Hold on. How is the new Bad Boys movie like almost a perfect review?
It's a really, really good movie. I watched it. It's a really, really good movie.
Really? I gotta watch it.
And did it make me like Will Smith after all that happened? Yeah, kind of like I was like, smack him again. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really enjoyed. No, him and Martin Lawrence, their chemistry is like if they could make a movie, any other movie together. Like I always thought Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy were a really nice dynamic too. They were really good together. But like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, I can't not see them in like. And I feel like I don't want to spoil it, but I feel like they're gonna set up another Bad Boys. But I'll leave it at that. Just watch the movie and we'll talk about it.
Wow. Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Do you have to watch the other ones? I didn't watch the last one. You do?
You do to kind of understand like some of the characters.
Okay.
From like especially the one before it. You have to understand like some of the characters in that one. but not really. It's a very entertaining movie, and it has such great moments. Like there's put it this way, Reggie is the man in this movie. I love Reggie, man.
Okay. Jamie Foxx? Was Jamie Foxx? He was an actor first. He was in Living
Comedian.
Color, wasn't he?
Comedian.
Jamie Foxx is barely barely a wrestler.
Yeah.
No, he was a singer. He was never a rapper.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a singer first. He was in Living Color.
Yeah, he was doing acting and all that comedy. He was doing
Yeah,
stand-up.
comedy. Yeah, you're right.
No.
All right. Unworthy, Toy Addict. What do we got going on in A Worthy Addiction this week?
We got Samuel L. Jackson and Thomas Jane coming on from Deep Blue Sea.
We're gonna review.
We're gonna talk about this movie. No. We have a back-to-back sleepover episode with the Skeletons Tomb fellas. So Skeletons Collectibles, Wenzilla, and Dead Man One. We're gonna be on their show on Wednesday, and it's gonna transition over on Thursday as well. So it's gonna be a back-to-back show of Wednesday, I'm assuming, talking toys and the stuff they do, and then our show talking about Deep Blue Sea and all the stuff.
Shenaniganry.
So it's gonna be one of those like hangout episodes where it's just a bunch of nerds getting together talking nonsense both nights. So it should be fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Clint.
Nothing.
All right. Keeping you.
How about you, Toy Father? What do you got coming up?
TBC this week we have Toying Around, aka Kevin, part of the Enablers, as our guest this week. That's about it. Just hanging out. I'm in summer mode, so
Yeah.
I'm
I
enjoying
see
it. I'm enjoying it.
So when we get back for our next movie talk, are we going to do a music number like Summer Nights from Greece?
Oh,
Talk
yes,
about
let's do it.
summer.
Please.
Yes.
Yes, let's do that. Can we like change the words and everything to the song?
Well, we'd have to, but
Well, that would take all summer to do, so let's do it. All right, thanks, guys. Fantastic show. Everyone joining us, thank you. And we'll see you in a few months for our season premiere of Toy Talk.